Good morning. It's me again down in the basement with Mr. G. He's not on my lap today because he thinks it's too hot, and it is kind of too hot. It's just he doesn't know how hot because he hasn't actually been outside. Eesh. Been getting up really early to make sure that I have time to get to the store before it gets hot. Um, because we do need groceries and stuff even though it gets hot. I went to today and I found that the Stouffer's made chicken parmesan in a big thing. So I got one of those. Um, I don't know how much food's actually in the thing, but me and Eli are gonna have chicken parmesan for sure. Eli's my son. Um, Maybe somebody else can have some if there's enough. There probably is enough for 4 servings. It's hard to tell because it's kind of a small dish, and if it is, then maybe John can have some because I don't know if Shania will eat it. She's so picky. John's my son-in-law, and then Logan's the roommate. Shania's my daughter. Okay. And Logan will eat just about anything that's casserole. He likes when I cook. Um, Gets real excited about it. It's kind of cute. um, but my daughter doesn't like vegetables, so she doesn't eat them. It drives me nuts. But that's how kids are. Sometimes, even when they're not kids and they're almost 30. But I still try to get her to eat healthier because I care about her. And she's starting to get to an age where she appreciates it. My sales stuff did good. I almost got as much check as I pay booth costs, so that's pretty good. I haven't gotten one more than much more than $40 in a while. So that's good. It's 56 something. I just gotta wait for the check to get all done and everything, and then figure out how to get it from the store to here, because I don't travel very well these days. My back's been killing me a lot. The weather did not help it because it made me really achy and it set off the fibro. The heat was making the neuropathy part of the fibro just horrible. I felt like something was crawling underneath my skin. It's just, I hate that. And then, of course, I was getting like arthritis, like aches and pains, and some of my old injuries. My shoulder has been driving me crazy, and my back, where I got the nerve damage, is just, oh, and it's from the heat. Um, it is supposed to be a little bit cooler for a few days, but it's still hot. As I think it's supposed to be 93 or 95 or something like that today. And that's cooler than I think yesterday was 105 or something crazy like that. I don't know. And so the heat's giving me a little trouble. And it's coming up on my birthday, and I always get a little with that, especially right now that I don't have money, because there's something I really, really want to do, but it requires a reservation. I don't know how expensive it is. Um, and I don't know how many people to reserve for because the person who's supposed to make the reservation isn't doing it. So I don't know. I don't know if I should bring it up again or if I should just accept that I don't matter and just deal with it because it's hard. I don't have any money, so when I want to do my birthday, I have to wait. I have to depend on other people, and then that sucks because sometimes no matter how good you are, no matter how hard you try, you're just an afterthought to people, and that's just, I don't like feeling like that. So I wish I had my own money. Oh, he's coming because he knows I'm getting mopies. He knows. My birthday is always really hard for me because I always want to do something, but like I said, if I don't have money, it's not gonna happen. Um, Last year we didn't have much money because we moved, and um, so that made sense to not really do anything fun. But then this year I found out there's a tea house kind of just up the road, and it sounds like a fun place, and um, it's far enough away that we need to get a car. Um, Plus the area that we'd have to walk through isn't exactly the greatest, so yeah, that's a thing. Um, but I've always wanted to do fancy tea. I've never gotten to do it. I hear all these stories about Um, the cucumber sandwiches, which sound really good, but I don't know if I'd actually like them because I never had one. Like the different teas and always I like the Victorian era and all that good stuff. If I look a little scrunched, because I'm hugging my kitty, because he's such a good boy. Yeah, it's just one of those things. But I just don't know. With my birthday and everything, but we've been here a year. It was kind of a tough year. I'm still getting used to the environment here. I'm sneezing constantly. I might just be allergic to Spokane, that's all. Because there's just so much different stuff here than there was in Bellingham. There's flowers everywhere. There's just it's just crazy. I've never seen some of these flowers before. The bees really like the ones. Yeah, the bees really like the ones. So yeah. But on the good side, even though I'm kind of mopey about my birthday, that's just the older I get, the more I want to celebrate, but the more it seems like it's not gonna happen. Maybe I'll get lucky and my incomes will get better soon, and probably not in time for my birthday, but yeah. But yeah, well, my income is getting better. It does seem like things are getting better. We're into the Christmas shopping season. I wasn't expecting July to be all crazy good because they didn't do a Christmas in July sale at the store. I don't know why they didn't do that. It's just they didn't do it. Um, but August is coming, and August is usually a little better because after people start getting their kids ready to go back to school, they usually start thinking about Christmas and the holidays, and that's usually when the sales pick up, and that's usually end of August, early September. So, yeah, I'm hoping this sales pick up. Plus, I've got more boobies. And this cute guy. He's so cute. I've got more booze and I've got more stuff ready. With the bees, I'm getting boxes full. I got my baby Yodas full, so that means maybe I can finish off some more stuff for the online thing, but I'm really thinking about closing that down because absolutely no sales going on with the Happy Little Stitches page, and I noticed that it has a regular Facebook page for some unknown reason. So if somebody looks up Happy Little Stitches crochet craft sales page, note that there's actually two pages. One is the sales page and one is the regular page, and I don't know why Facebook did that. I'm noticing that there's a lot of scam posts on the regular page, which is another reason why I'm considering taking it down. Um, uh, there are like four different people posting the same. My birth, my this is my first bout with cancer and it's fake. And then I'm seeing like my son's basically I'd be careful of scammers, I guess. I see on my son's stuff that the pages that he watches, that several of them have been talking about scammers making fake things that looks like it's the person whose YouTube page it is, saying that you won something, that there was some giveaway, and they're just saying repeatedly, yeah, if I was giving something away, it would be on my page that I am giving something away. And from what I'm seeing, my son really likes electronics and guitars, so like I'm seeing a lot with those pages. Um, but I should just mention, yeah, that if somebody contacts you about a giveaway, if you check their page and you don't see anything, or their site or whatever, and you don't see anything talking about a giveaway, then it's probably not real. Um, I'm not really in a position to be doing giveaways, so if you see what looks like me saying that, then that's not true. Because I'm not in a position to start a giveaway. I might do giveaways when I get to that position. I'm just not there yet. I mean, I don't even have a bed. So I'm sleeping on a pile of blankets in the basement that's full of spiders. Okay, not full of spiders, but every so often we get one, and I don't really want to get bit again. I'm lucky to be immune to the very toxic brown recluse. I just don't know about the hobo spiders, though I'm probably immune. It's that I'm immune to the most toxic portion of the venom. I don't have any idea why. I'm just am. So I might also be immune to it with the brown recluse. I mean, with the hobo spiders, but I don't want to find out. I'm not allergic to black widows. Still don't want to get bit again. That was not a pleasant experience, even though I'm not allergic to it. Didn't require medical treatment though, so that's good. I just don't want to deal with it. And even though wolf spiders are not venomous or toxic, I still don't want to get bit. Those things are pretty big. So I want to get up off the floor so that I don't get bit by spiders. But I gotta make some more money. I gotta make a lot of money, and I can't really. I'm having a hard time doing that. I wish I could find something. It's really hard to find a job when you're disabled because right now I'm so restricted. I could only work a few hours a week. I'm not supposed to be standing on my feet for very long or sitting for very long or just basically in the same position for very long. And I've got a 15-pound weight restriction, which completely takes out pretty much everything that's customer service because they are so desperate right now. They won't hire for part-time. Everything's full-time and you got to be able to do everything. And they can't. So that's just where that is. And babysitting is really hard to find. People are weird about who they pick. And it seems like what constitutes babysitting has changed to the point where they're more looking for taxi service. And I don't drive. So that's kind of where that is. But every time I see somebody moving out in the neighborhood, I wonder if the new family's going to have kids. And is the new family going to need a childcare provider? Because, yeah, there's an apartment complex up the street that has a few families, but it looks like it's a HUD complex because most of those people don't appear to be working. And there's a house just up the road on the next block, and it looks like people are moving out of the house, but I don't know if it's a situation like we are where it's multiple people in the same house or if it was just like one family in that house. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I don't know if it's just one room that's going to be available in that house or if it's like the whole house. So we'll find out then. Hopefully I can find something to do because I don't really need that much money. I just need some money. I need to be able to do something with myself, with my life. Ugh. Maybe throw some rent at these kids. I don't know. Christmas and birthdays starting. It starts with my birthday and it rolls around into April, I think, with everybody's birthdays with my family, and then you got this break of family birthdays between April and August. There are a few birthdays before mine, but it's not really the stuff you got to worry about having money for, because it's because it's like people that understand my situation, but between August and April, you got a few people that don't, though. And then it's really important for me to acknowledge my kids' birthdays, and then the roommate's birthday. I think his is in August or April, but I totally spaced it because I don't remember. But yeah, try to worry about birthdays and Christmas and all the holidays that come up between and Easter and all that good stuff while I'm trying to figure out how to get yarn for Kraken hats. Though I did actually make enough money to do that. I should look into getting some more yarn to finish that one, and then I wanted to do some red ones because I like to do the red ones. They remind me of the giant Pacific octopuses that were living in the area in Bellingham in the bay. They're just really cool. They're not really as big as people think. The hats are probably about the same size as they are. But the problem is that they're very strong and they like wrap their arms around you. People have jokingly referred to them as cuttlefish, even though cuttlefish is a different thing, because it's like they want to hug you. But they have accidentally drowned a few people because they're very strong. I don't know if they would actually eat people. I suppose they would, but I don't think they were intending to hurt people. But I still think they're really cool. They're very smart. There's one at the aquarium that actually he'll get out of his tank during mating season and go out and find him a girlfriend, and then he'll come back and get back in the tank. I think he prefers the tank to being out in the wild, but you know, when it's time to find a girlfriend, he goes and looks for one, which is kind of cute. And it shows just how smart those little stinkers are. Um, but yeah, I really want to work on the Kraken hats. I'm just not making enough money. There are Kraken hats up at Famous Joe's, and if you're interested in Kraken hats, you can get a hold of me and we'll talk about stuff. Like I said, at this point, I'm not sure about foreign sales because, oh my god, the shipping, the tariffs, you'd almost have to buy like 5 of them to even make it worth the value to ship it somewhere, like especially like Australia, and then it takes like a month and a half to get there. So, oh, I'm not sure if I want to do foreign sales. They tend to be a bit stressful. Um, but like in America, Canada, it should be fine. Um, and also if you're in Spokane, there's Famous Joe's Vendor Emporium and my house. No, but I'm not gonna be like telling everybody where I live, so that's a thing. Trying to. I think I talked enough. Things are just overall getting better, even though I'm still struggling. There is some hope here where there wasn't anything in Bellingham. I couldn't even get a babysitting job. It was crazy in Bellingham because the reason I couldn't get a babysitting job was because I was sober. And I think that's like really dumb. You want to leave your kids with somebody who's going to be alert and aware and, you know, acknowledge that there's a kid in the house, you know, not setting your house on fire because they don't even know where they are kind of situation. But, you know, I don't know. People are weird. They're getting weirder. Um, Yeah, because I like to be part of the economy. I like doing the Famous Joe because I do things. I'm helping to keep the store afloat. I'm helping to keep monies in people's pockets for their payments, and I'm helping. I just feel like I'm helping on so many different levels. There's taxes getting paid because of it. There's all kinds of stuff. I'm part of the community. People love my work. People there like me. I wish I could get out there more. I just don't drive, so that kind of sucks. And the bus is great. The bus system here is pretty good, except that there's a lot of stopping and starting on the bus, and then I have to cross streets, and I'm not real confident with crossing the street here. People don't pay enough attention. You hear about car versus pedestrian all the time, especially over by Walmart, and it's not the pedestrians, it's the drivers. The drivers are not paying attention at all. And that's kind of something I don't like as being a disabled person who can't drive. So I'm trying to get, especially if I'm going pretty far away from the house, I try to get a ride. But I don't have money to give people for gas, so that's where that is. Um, Hopefully things will continue to get better and I will be able to get out more and I'll be able to get like consistent checks that are good enough to where I can get out every so often, maybe once or twice a month even, just to get out, do stuff. But right now I'm not doing anything. I don't even have Patreon. I don't even know if I could do a Patreon. I don't know if I really, like, I only got 1 subscriber so far, so I don't really know if Patreon would help with that. But I don't know much about Patreon. So if anybody sees that and they have some statements that don't sound conny. Because I had some kids tell me they would help me on a site that I had to get off of, tell me they would help me set up a YouTube page and a Patreon to do crochet classes online. There's already like 400 people doing that, and I don't have the right equipment, so I knew that wasn't going to work. I mean, I can do crochet classes as part of this, and people can give me input as to what type of skill they want me to teach, and if I know it, I can do it. If I don't know it, I can look it up and figure it out. Because I have been crocheting long enough to where I'm considered an expert. I mean, I even know how to deal with typos in the patterns, which is why I like patterns to have a lot of pictures, because then you can tell if there's a typo. You can look at it and tell, okay, they did this, they did that, they decreased in this row instead of that row, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, but I don't know if I'm even anywhere close to a point where I could do a Patreon, because I only have one subscriber. And there's this super chat thing I hear about, but I don't even know if that activates until you have until you have some subscribers. But I don't know anything about that. So if people want to talk to me about those kinds of things, or give me some ideas to what kind of things to talk about, because right now I want to be a disabled friendly community, talk about good things to help disabled people get work, and maybe even do some kind of charity thing that helps disabled people get to work. But that all of this, that requires a lot of money and legal BS that I don't know anything about, and I'm nowhere near that. That is a goal. It's definitely a goal that we can shoot for, but I'm not there yet. And I know it. Yeah. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Oh, he's so cuddly. And but yeah, like, what kind of crochet things would you like to hear about? What kind of advice would you like to hear about? What kind of disability issues would you like to hear about? Like how to handle it? Yeah, I'm looking for feedback. I'm looking for the community that I'm wanting to get a hold of. Maybe get a few more subscribers. Because I love my subscriber. He's great. I think it's a guy. It wouldn't really tell me who it is, but I was talking to a guy a while back, so I think that's probably him. But I absolutely would love to see a few more subscribers. Maybe people who give me some ideas of what to talk about or what their experiences have been, or like difficulties that they are struggling to overcome that maybe we can do a page on. Because I feel like I'm really one-sided when I'm only talking about myself. And there are a lot of frustrations with what I'm dealing with, because, you know, one of the first things is finding a doctor. Find a doctor that doesn't dismiss everything, assuming that you're looking for attention. The other thing is just like the way other people treat you. You can't really convince them that you're not drunk or whatever when they or high when they see you acting funny, because they don't understand that some disabilities aren't a constant thing. That those are like common issues with fibro and a few other neural disabilities, and you know, just getting answers about things. It's just those frustrations and stuff like that, and especially in the American medical system, not acknowledging a number of disabilities, especially metabolic disorders that are not here's some drugs, go away type of situation. Yeah, so I'd really like to get some more subscribers and a little bit more feedback, maybe some ideas, maybe even a little community here in Spokane where we can help each other out, maybe do craft fairs or something. It's ideas, not definitely something that has to happen, you know. But you know, I'd really like to be able to get other people's inputs and other people's uh stories, because I mean, it's difficult to be disabled, and you know, it's not easy. And and the hardest part is often the way other people treat you. So that's the thing. But I'd like to get this community to be positive, try to be positive, because I really believe in positivity. And especially right now, we need to be positive. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I don't know how bad things are going to get financially and all that. But I want to be positive, and I want to keep our hopes up and do as much as I can to try to keep people from losing their freaking minds, because we got enough craziness going on right now. But yeah, like and subscribe if you think I'm onto something good, and feel free to leave a comment, or so that I can know what to talk about, because that's one of the things that I get confused about, is, is not knowing what to talk about. And it's really hard to set something up to talk about if I don't know what you guys want to hear. So just feel free, like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.